Walz. Hello, sir. I hope this finds you doing well. My name is James Wiley, and I represent the life-saving project reflectionsfromwithin.net. Reflections from Within, the Mind of a Juvenile Offender, is a podcast created with the goal of helping individuals and intervening before tragedy happens. It is my firm belief that choices matter. Choices begin with the way we choose to think, how we internally talk to ourselves, how we choose whether something is good or bad, and so forth. I believe that our ideas are the seeds that lead to our words, which in turn, our words lead to our actions, with the continuation defining our existence. Governor Walz, you have achieved a prominent position in Minnesota, and now you are reaching for the title of Vice President of the United States of America. That is truly a big deal. The responsibility is immense. I watched your debate performance when you faced off with Senator J.D. Vance. I wanted to know who you are and what you stand for. Let's just say that I watch people, because understanding people helps me survive successfully. It's important that I survive successfully because I grew up amidst a continuous threat of danger. Before child protections were in place, when I was 16 years old, I lived in general population of the Wyoming State Penitentiary, which was once labeled by USA Today as the most violent prison in the country. I have learned to see pitfalls and dangers so that I can attempt to steer clear of calamity. Speaking of calamity, as governor, you have faced a couple destructive scenarios. COVID and the death of George Floyd on May 25th, 2020. Who could have ever prepared the world for such a destructive virus, such a devastating circumstance that changed our world forever? George Floyd dying was a tragedy. I want to reflect on this for a moment. There was a lot of outrage which led to a lot of destruction. According to Doyle Green in the Journal article, Welcome to Minneapolis, or Then Came the Last Days of May, he quotes, Major General John Jensen blamed the level of disorder on the lack of decisive orders by state and city officials. Governor Tim Walz blamed Frey for abandoning the 3rd precinct to the protesters, unquote. I want to talk to you about your actions here. In a time of crisis, as governor, the most powerful man in your state, you pass blame onto someone else. Why? As vice president, you will face tough circumstances that will affect our entire nation, not just one state. Please, sir, tell me, are you going to step up and be a leader who takes accountability for your choices, or are you going to pass the buck? People are already voting for who will lead our nation, and official election day is hours away. November 5th is coming fast. According to the media, the race is extremely close, and there is a lot of uncertainty in the air as to who will be chosen the next leadership structure for the next 4 years. If you do win and become vice president, Governor Tim Walz, I ask you to please do something for the American people. My request is that you make choices firmly with intention and consideration of all our great nation's people. I ask that you take direct accountability for what happens, attention and consideration of all our great nation's people. I ask that you take direct accountability for what happens on your watch. Please make sure the buck stops with you. Knucklehead or not, millions of Americans will be depending on you. I hope you find success in all you do. Millions of Americans will be depending on you. I hope you find success in all you do, Mr. Walz. Just for you and your own, but for all Americans and all the world. Sincerely watching you, I am James Wiley.